What are you watching? I'll tell you. It's Holy Smokes with Scoochie Boochie. It's a comedy podcast where we smoke good and read the good book. It's kind of like Drunk History, but with weed and the Bible. I'm the host, Scoochie Boochie. I was born from a volcano, and now I'm the best rapper in the United States. I got rap comedy concept albums on Spotify, YouTube, and what's that on the fence? Oh, it's my merch. That's weird. How'd that get there? But I got an improv background. I got a ton of funny friends here in Chicago. So every week I invited one of them over and had them try to tell me a Bible story while blazed. And the results are hilarious. We do improv scenes based on those stories. So whether you know anything about the Bible or you're fully steeped in it, either way it's hilarious because I got funny friends. And the Bible is a wild, wild book from a very, very different time. So I hope you enjoy Holy Smokes with Scoochie Boochie. Hit like, please comment, subscribe, share it with your friends, and help us reach a goal of 4,200 followers on Instagram by 420. By April 20 of 2025, we're trying to hit 4,200 followers at Holy Smokes Pod on Instagram. Enjoy the show.
And his dad's like, excuse me, slaughter the fattest pig.
Cow, I think.
Cow.
The fatted calf, but I like slaughter the fattest pig way better. I want his head. That's how I pictured myself when I got a studio apartment, but I just did it wrong. I didn't really have enough money to do it, so the one I got was just like a nightmare. It like flooded on Halloween. Like I got back and the carpet was just like soaked, and they were like, "Yeah, sorry, a pipe exploded." So
no.
Wet. Your place is wet now.
That's awful. Did it like ruin your stuff?
I mean, nothing. I mean, I was also just so broke that none of my stuff was that good. So like, my shoebox full of cords. Oh dang, that's too bad, you know. I get it. Oh the fuck, dude, my old earpods or whatever.
Yeah. Still, that's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, dude. Oh, dude, and I had a habit of like I had a little like voice recorder, and when I would like I'd take an edible right before I left work, and then on the way home, like on the bus, I would start to get high, and then when I get off the bus, I'd have like ideas, and so I was doing one of those as I'm opening my door. So I have a soundbite of me like keys jingling, and then me being like, which is why mac and cheese. Why is my carpet wet? And I was like, fuck.
Oh, that's so funny. That's so funny.
It was an L, man. It took them forever to like go send somebody to... Actually, the first they sent like some employee to come like look at it. And it was just kind of the nearest guy they had. And he came in with no tools or anything. He just kind of looked at it and then like stepped over it and was like, yeah, so it's wet to here. And I was like, yeah. And he was like, yeah, that's not good. I remember what he said. And then he's like, so I'm going to send a guy tomorrow. So then I just like... Yeah, I just slept in like a wet room, dude. It was nasty.
Oh, that hurts my chest for you.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. Well, we're doing a lot better now. We've got a bank
really
nice. Thank you. Yeah, settle in. I always just run people in here and they're like, go, we go to the back. We're gonna smoke right now. Do you think that if you were me, because I've been thinking about this, I'm like, is the polite thing to do just like, because the first time, you know, I guess it was Will came in, takes his shoes off, takes his coat off, gets set down. I'm like, okay, well, can't smoke in here because I don't want to stink it up for my roommates.
Right.
Put all that back on. Let's go. So I'm feeling as long as it's wintertime, I think the most polite option is just be like, leave it on. Let's just go smoke.
Absolutely. No, the way you did it was super elegant.
Is that right? Okay, good.
Yeah. I asked if I should take my shoes off, and you were like, no, we're getting to business. And I this is the wrong word, but I felt activated in a good way. Like rallied. I go, this is
you're like, oh, let's rock.
I was like, yeah, absolutely, yeah. I think when you're a guest and you're coming into somebody else's house, you kind of need direction. At least I do.
Yeah.
Some people are super able to like make themselves comfortable.
If you don't need direction, you're probably rude.
Yeah, at least for the first time. Yeah. Like, yeah. So I like, as soon as I enter someone's house, I feel like I'm waiting for rules. Yeah. And I got rules immediately, and I felt good, you know? Yeah.
Thank you so much. I was staying outside. I grew up very religious. Mm-hmm. Did you have religion growing up?
I didn't really. Very limited experiences with it. I went to a Catholic school for 3 years, from kindergarten to first grade. And, I kind of remember being like, I don't know about this.
Tiny skeptic?
Yeah.
Like you just learned about like tigers and you're also like, I don't know about this guy.
I was like, I think I had the feeling of like for real? I'm like, I don't know. That sounds crazy. I want to believe you, but it sounds crazy.
Yeah.
And growing up, my mom never, like, once every 3 years, my mom would be like, we need Jesus. And I'd be like, okay. And I'd go, I went to youth group like maybe twice.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
And my mom went to this very like hippy dippy church. I forget the name of the church, but it's one where it's like, God is a spirit.
Was it like Unitarian or one of those?
I think it might be.
Vibey.
Yeah, vibey. And like, so it's a cool church.
A wavy faith, if you will.
Yeah. And they were cool in youth group, but I just was like, I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm not. I'm doing this until my mom, like, leaves their phase, and then...
This is just where I'm hanging out tonight, because...
Exactly. Because my mom got weird all of a sudden. I don't know. My mom is very much...
Were there, like, early warning signs from a mom when your mom was coming to Jesus? Like...
That's a good question.
Or was there, like, a pattern? Like, was it, like, one specific kid fucking up? Like, it's like, we're doing it again?
I am an only child, so it could have only been me.
Damn.
Prompted, yeah.
Well, then it couldn't have been that.
Yeah. That was very smooth, yeah. Not that I recall. It seems sort of random to me.
Saw a good Hallmark movie and was like, faith is rad.
Right. So... Outside of that, I know very little.
Well, that's fascinating to me because I not only just grew up heavily in this shit, I only grew up around people who are also kind of heavily in this shit. For like, even like I went to Christian college, so like a bunch of my life. So
what college did you go to?
Calvin College. It's a Christian 4,000 kid school in Grand Rapids, Michigan, named after theologian John Calvin.
Okay.
Predestination type shit. If you've heard of that.
Yes, I've heard of this.
Predestination type beats to... I guess already know too.
Okay, heard.
So what was it like for you then reading or finding a Bible story, that's never been like a part of your life?
Well, I only know the heavy hitters.
Sure.
For sure. Like, and even some of them I don't really know. Like, I know the names.
Yeah.
Like Abel and Cain. I'm like,
sure.
And I'm sort of like, brothers.
Yep, correct.
And there were problems. That's sort of like the
beefy brothers.
Yeah. Yeah. So I actually texted my friend Carl, who majored in religion.
Let's go. That's great. You're the first person to do a phone a friend. I like that.
Oh, really? Yeah. And I asked him what his favorites were. And his favorite is the story of Babel.
Yeah, the Tower of Babel.
The Tower of Babel. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it has already been done.
Good. Yes,
so,
you checked the sheet. Yeah, yes. Lawrence Keller did that one, and it was amazing.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I bet it was.
Yes.
And... he said his second favorite was the one that I have today. So
Excellent.
Yes.
Okay, good. Let's do a little improv scene, and then we'll get into the Bible stories. I'm trying to think. I feel like there's a lot of good stuff off of the conversation we had. A vibey church is really funny.
I love that.
Anything else in there that stuck out to you?
I guess there's my mom who randomly...
Yeah, a random sort of like faith burst.
Exactly. Yeah. Uh-huh.
All right, we can do something with that.
Yeah.
Is it hot? I feel kind of like hot.
It feels warm the same.
Man, I'm sweating. I feel like my heart's going. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know.
Oh, honey, your forehead, you're really sweating.
Am I?
You are.
Praise the Lord. I don't know what's going on.
What did you say?
Hallelujah.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm just going to crack the window. I don't know if
yeah, please.
So I might be one of those just like, my body's fighting something off.
Yeah.
So.
And...
Praise Him.
Right. That's what I was worried that you were doing.
Oh, and I was looking at the steering wheel. Folks, it's Holy Smokes, where we smoke weed and tell Bible stories. My name's Scoochie Boochie. My guest is Kennedy Baldwin. Thanks for doing the show. How you doing, bud?
I'm doing so well. It's so nice to see you. It's been the first time in a long time.
First time, long time? Absolutely, yes. For those who don't know, and I'm sure everyone knows, me and Kennedy were on an improv team called Pappy. Mm-hmm. And like most long-form improv teams, it lives on in everyone's memory.
Yes, yeah. But we had really good times.
We had hitters, dude. I had a blast every time.
Oh, yeah.
I got to have more. Eric was on. I got to have Lindsay on. I gotta find a way to. I really want to, because like I could do virtual with like True and Colin, but like virtual is just, especially this kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know, like improv-y type stuff. It's so split secondy. Like that's the best part, and that's the one thing Zoom removes. You know.
Yeah, it's tough. Maybe if Colin's in town, because he comes back, because he's from Chicago. So.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah. I'll snag him. But yes, but today we got Kennedy Baldwin's treat. Let's tell Bible stories. You get to go first. Would you like to? If you need to refer to it, you don't have to. We have the Precious Moments Bible, which is for kids, and we got the Women's Bible 2.
Wow, I love this inclusivity. The Women's Bible
2.
Wait, what?
That's the end. Hold on. Look at the very front cover, like the very first pages. It has like the logo, like the opening credits.
Where did you get this?
Used bookstore in like by the Montrose stop.
What?
Yeah, hell yeah. So this is for ladies. I think that's a great pick. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. I know so little about...
I can get you there, but you also can just not refer to it.
Okay, great. I was just like, I don't know what to do with this.
I keep handing it to people and be like, and they're like, why would I know how to navigate this ancient religious text? Like, everyone learns this when they're 3. Come on.
Yeah, that's the other thing I'm not totally sure. Like, I know it's like Book of Genesis.
That's one of them.
That's the first one.
Yeah.
I think.
Oh, yeah.
Great. And they're labeled as such.
Yes.
But I couldn't tell you anything about the order or what these major titles are really. Yeah.
Excellent. All right. Well, what story are you doing today?
I'm doing the Prodigal Son.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
A classic. A heavy hitter.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Great. Okay. There's
Good luck and Godspeed. I'm pretty zooted. I don't know about you.
I'm gone.
Take me to the good book for the first time.
I'm pretty high and I learned this story an hour ago. So here we go.
Yeah.
For December, we got another exclusive Patreon video as we do every month. This month is one of my favorite live sets I've ever done as Scoochie Boochie at the historic Green Mill, a famous jazz venue here in Chicago. They got a variety show called Paper Machete, and it's one of my favorite shows ever. Had a really great time, and most importantly, I did a new unreleased song that you cannot hear anywhere else. Here's a little taste.
Baby, I'm rich. I'm a rich baby. Baby, I'm rich. I'm a rich baby. I don't want applesauce, I want lamb. I rock Oshkosh, but goddamn.
So if you want to see that, you can join the patreon.com/holysmokespod. And because it's the holidays, for the whole month of December, if you put in the code WALDO, you get 50% off your first month on the Patreon. Any member of the Patreon gets a huge discount on Scoochie Boochie merch. Most importantly, these shirts, which are really good. Maybe get one for somebody for Christmas. And here's how I'm releasing songs. The day before big holidays, that's a Scoochie day. So Waldo came out the day before Halloween. I have a song that just came out the day before Thanksgiving called Goat Sound Effect Free.wave. And I have a song the day before Christmas, and so forth. Thank you so much for supporting my dream of doing comedy full time. Enjoy the rest of the episode. Kennedy is hilarious.
There's a guy who's like pretty wealthy, right? He has like farms and stuff and people who tend to his farms, like servants.
Yeah.
And he has 2 sons. And one of the sons, I think the younger son, is like, Dad, we should have stuff. We should have equal parts of this stuff. And
I want air hockey table.
Right, yeah, like, and the dad's like, okay, you each have half of stuff. And one son is like, yes, hell yes. And he like goes to like the equivalent of Vegas or something. And he's like, prostitutes, food, wine, let's party for forever.
Yeah.
And then he like wastes away all his stuff. And he's like, fuck. Now I like have to work for somebody. How crazy is that? And so he gets hired somewhere. But like even these people don't like feed him. Like he's like, well, I'm working here, but I'm still so hungry. It's crazy. Like I want to eat the pig stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I'd eat that. That's how crazy hungry I am. And he's like, wait, my dad feeds his servants. I could work for my dad. That would be so smart.
He's like, where have I seen food for people before?
Exactly. And so then he goes back home and he's like, Dad, I fucked up big. but I'm like willing to work. I'm willing to do whatever. I literally just need a roof over my head. And his dad's like, babe, like, oh my God, you're home. Are you kidding me? And he's like, somebody get him a jacket. And the guy's like, no, for real. Like, I will just be one of your servants. Like, I don't even, because I was crazy back then, you know? And his dad's like, excuse me, slaughter the fattest pig.
The cow, I think.
Cow.
The fatted calf, but I like slaughter the fattest pig way better. I want his head. Who dares eat the most?
Yeah. And then, so he does. And he's like, no, for real, I'm so serious. I'll just work.
Yeah.
And the dad's like, no, let's have a feast. Let's all hang out. We're celebrating the fact that you're home because we love you so much. And then he goes and he tells his other son, who meanwhile has been there the whole time, like working and like doing what his dad says and stuff. And he's like, what? We're doing a what for who?
I'm sorry, I've been rising and grinding for what now?
Literally.
I've risen and ground.
Yes.
Repeatedly, and this is the thanks I get?
Right. I don't even know that guy anymore. Like, he was off being a whore, and all of a sudden he's home. I'm beside myself. And Dad's like, well, but this guy was gone. We're, like, celebrating that he's back. And
He's just like, yay,
time.
Rodney's back. And
right.
He's like, what? Rodney, the Vegas burnout?
Yes.
We're pumped about this?
Yeah. And the dad's like, yeah, we are. Mwah.
That's paraphrasing.
Yeah.
Everything else has been spot on, but a little embellishment that one. Distance kiss. Mwah. Just an extra fuck you on top of it.
Yeah. Did I do it?
Yeah.
Yes, hell yes.
Honestly, with record efficiency.
Wow.
Like everyone else, it takes also I interrupt a lot. So but sometimes it'll take people a real long time. That was, dude, 17 minutes. You fucking crushed that shit.
Hell yeah.
That's a classic story.
Hell
There's
yeah.
so much good
Cool.
stuff. I mean, yeah, I love the older son who's just been like working at dad's company. He's just been like going to the office and fucking just typing away and like just he exercises and stuff. And then fucking the guy who's like, let me get my Nintendo Switch a month before Christmas. Goes off to Vegas on like a meth bender.
Yeah.
I've never said Vegas like that. I said Vegas. Vegas. Excuse me, 1 tickets to Vegas. It's like a Star Trek planet. That's not Vegas Prime.
Absolutely it is. That's so funny.
Man, yeah. What were your? How did the story compare to what you thought of it before you read it? Was it basically what you knew, sort of from it being famous?
I didn't know. I actually didn't know this one.
You just knew the name.
Yeah, I just got it from Carl.
Shout out Carl, dude. Hey, we got Carl on, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, you have to have Carl on.
Hell yeah.
Although you've already done his favorite 2 stories.
I'm sure if he's a religion major, I'm sure he's got a deep bag.
I'm sure. Actually, he had an opinion he wanted to share, but now I'm like, if he's going to be on the podcast, he could share his own.
Well, let's hear Kennedy's version.
This is true. But this is specifically about the prodigal son.
Okay.
Whatever. So I knew nothing about this.
Yeah.
And in general, I think it takes me many times to process things. So, like, I kind of read it and I was sort of like, what?
That sums up this entire show. That would be our little tagline. I kind of read it and I was like, what? I'm just doing that to all my friends.
Yeah. What? And then it took me a long time to be like, oh, the dad is God. And he's being like, even those who sin, like, I love those. It's if you come back to me, we celebrate you. But my initial reaction was kind of like, what about this guy?
Yeah.
This guy's been here the whole time. Are we going to throw him a party ever?
It's like, so why be that guy? That seems like it sucks. You could just go to Vegas first, have a big Rumspringer.
Yeah.
You know about Rumspringer, right?
I do know about Rumspringer.
What would you... I was thinking like what I would do on my Rumspringer, you know?
Yeah.
Like, if I had lived Amish, what would I most be looking forward to?
It's so hard to imagine a version of myself. Like,
Just AC. You'd probably just perish, maybe.
Yeah.
I wouldn't last a day Amish. They don't get enough respect. That shit, they're grinding it out for no reason.
Right. It's crazy. Have you ever visited an Amish farm?
I've just, like, driven around in areas where they have. I haven't, like, visited my view.
Once, I think when I was, like, 12. And I remember that they had fried chicken and it was really good.
Yeah, well, that's pretty much my whole impression of them. It's like whenever we'd go in like Pennsylvania or whatever, it'd be like we got to go to like an Amish food place. My dad was all about it. I think my dad's just like when the food comes in like family style in bowls instead of individual orders.
Rustic, yeah.
Dads love that shit.
It's masculine, I think.
It's like look at all of look at the providing going on.
Yeah, exactly.
Look at all this roast beef just in bowls.
Yeah. This is not the same thing, but have you been to medieval times?
See, that's the thing. No, that's exactly what I was going to say about... and I'm not saying this is the same. But, like, it feels like you can make fun of the Amish because they're just... It's a choice, right? You don't have to do that shit. Like, respectfully.
Yeah. There are so many people who are very, very religious and, like... who are not doing all that. And I still are so extreme on the ends of, like, the commitment to, I don't even know.
It's like Ren Fair, but for real.
Yeah,
like, they're like, no, like, and it's all, like, I've heard, like, good things. Like, there's certain things that are bad about our world that they don't have as a problem, which is great.
For sure.
But, like, I don't know. Why did it stop specifically there? Because, like, that's plenty of technology. It's not technology. It was just once we, like, went like, they were like, time out.
Yeah.
I don't know enough about it.
I don't either. I know. And then the good fudge. That's what
Well, they're doing business. Their furniture.
Oh, yeah.
Quilts. Mm-hmm. Can we do a scene that's just like Amish casino?
Yeah, let's go. I have 3 calves.
Okay. Where'd you win him at?
What was that, Morty's?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
He runs a good table.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
He's very kind.
Yeah.
And wise.
I went in with 1.
Wow.
I know.
Tripled.
Yeah.
God has blessed you richly.
Thank you. Yeah.
I also, might I say, your bonnet looks lovely. The denim
Henry.
isn't missing a spot. It's denim head to toe.
Henry. I've told you we can't do this.
But why not? Neither of us are betrothed to the maid or to the maiden.
Well, there's the old rivalry.
Oh, put away your pitchforks.
I can't. My father is different than yours.
Look, just because we allow the mustache part of the beard, we're the only Amish that allow this. We're still walking with God.
Yeah.
Look, we still have the bad haircuts. Our haircuts are still just as bad. Yeah. We're still on board with that. Bowl only.
You're asking me to give up a lot. You're asking me to give up a lot. You're asking me to change a lot. What you just said right now, that's a lot. You're acting like it's not.
I know it's a huge deal.
Yes. Yeah.
I've been told when I do shave the lip, classic Amish look, that I have what's called a clammy upper lip.
Oh.
So does that do anything for you? We'll be right back.
Yeah.